This is the ratio number 1 homework. First problem says there are 8 boys and 3 girls from the 6th grade marching band. Write 2 different but equal ratios that compare the number of boys and the number of girls. Alright, so I'm going to write boys to girls. So we know there's 8 boys and 3 girls. So in class, what we did is we picked a number to multiply the top and bottom by to make a new fraction. So if I multiply by 2 on the top and the bottom, 8 times 2 is 16, 3 times 2 is 6. I could also multiply through by 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 3 would be 9. So there's lots of different ways, but they just wanted 2 different ratios. So you can either go by 2, by 3, by 5, whatever you want. All right, take a look at number 2. It says there's 18 boys and 7 girls in the school jazz band. Write a ratio of the number of girls in the jazz band to the total number. So in this case, it's going to be girls to total. So the number of girls, they said, was 7. But the total number, we're not going to just put how many boys there are. We have to get a total. So there's 18 boys, 7 girls. So if I add those together, I get a total of 25 students. And this one doesn't ask us for more ratios, so we can leave it just like that. Now number 3 says students in 6th grade will be participating in the school field day. They need to decide on a shirt color. The table shows the results of their vote. So 7 people picked yellow, 17 picked green, and 5 picked blue. Underneath it says determine whether the following statement is true or false. And if it's false, make a correction to make it true. So let's see. It says the ratio of the total votes to the votes for green is 29 to 17. So is it total votes 29 and green votes 17? Well, let's go up. Is the total, if I added all these numbers together, would I get 29 for the total? And for the green, I would have to go up to the table. Is it 17 votes for green? So I'm going to let you guys figure out what the total is, see if that's right, and if 17 is the correct votes for green. Then you can write, is it true or false? You guys decide. If it's false, make sure you make it true. All right, flip it to the back. Number 4 says, what's the ratio of the width of the plane surface to the total perimeter? Well, for width, I'm going to say that's how wide it is from left to right. So I'm going to go with width and perimeter. So I'm going to say the width is 24 feet. To find perimeter, we have to add all the sides. So in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So if this is 24, this side would be 24. And if this side is 13, the opposite would be 13. So I'm going to leave that for you guys to figure out, this piece down below, what would be the perimeter of that rectangle. Number 5 says, which ratio is not equivalent to 36 over 42 or 36 to 42? So when I'm doing this, I like to write it as a fraction, 36 to 42. There's a couple different ways you could do this. You could turn this into a decimal and then turn all of these into a decimal. So I could on my calculator do 36 divided by 42 and say, oh, that's equal to 0.8571. Then what I'd have to do is check the other ones. 18 divided by 21. Oh, well, that is the same. And they want the ones that are not the same. So this one is the same. Then I would do 12 divided by 14. Well, that one's the same. 18 divided by 24. That one I don't get the same value, so I circle that. 30 divided by 35, I do get the same. So that's one way, is to turn it into a decimal. Another way is just to reduce the fraction. So 36 and 42 I could reduce by 6 on the top and bottom, and I get 6/7. So I could do the same for these, 18 over 21. If I reduce those, I could reduce by 3, and I would get 6/7. So that's another way, those are the same. 12/14, I could reduce by 2, and I would get 6. Reduced by 2, I get 6/7. That's the same. 18/24, could reduce by 6. I get 3. Reduced by 6. Oh, that one's 3/4. So that also still proves they're not equivalent. And then 30 over 35. Let's see, if I reduce by 5, I get 6/7. So either turn them into decimals or turn them into fractions and reduce. Okay, number 6 is exactly the same. It's saying which ratio is not equivalent to this one. So you're going to do it the same way as we just did up here. So I'm going to leave that one for you. Hope this helps.